Kyung's Prophecies. First, in December 2019, I predicted Corona at our company. The year of Jongja was said to be the year of fertility and good luck, but Kyung predicted that the era of great diseases would come in 2020. At that time, all the media predicted that 2020 would be the year of fertility and good luck in the year of the rat, but I did the opposite. The problem is not fertility and good luck, but the flying rats created the disease, and the whole world will be suffering. Second, Park Won-soon's death. In the first week of July 2020, Godman Kyung suddenly stopped giving lectures. It was probably during an eclipse. A few days later, on July 10, the mayor of Seoul died. He told his associates about Park Won-soon's death in advance and stopped giving lectures. Third, Park Geun-hye impeachment prediction 2 days before the 18th presidential election in 2012. H's interview with Wikitree Social Broadcasting in 2012. In 2015, Kyung, who was invited to MBN TV, predicted that 51% of the votes would be 1. Candlelight vigils, a Blue House ritual, a constitutional amendment, and impeachment. At that time, announcer Kim Eun-hye interviewed. Fourth, Roh Moo-hyun's election and death prediction. Before and after Roh Moo-hyun ran for the 16th presidential election in 2006. Kyung had a significant influence on Roh Moo-hyun's election and victory through his private organization meetings. 29 years ago, 3 days before Roh Moo-hyun passed away in 2009, Kyung surprised everyone by predicting to a prison guard that Roh Moo-hyun would die. When I told the prison guard that President Roh Moo-hyun would return soon, he returned after 3 days. Fifth, Trump's election and betrayal prediction. In 2015, Kyung predicted in an MBN interview with anchor Kim Eun-hye that Trump, who was in last place among the 16 Republican candidates, would be elected president and that he would face the threat of assassination by the vice president's jury in his later years. Surprisingly, all of these facts came true. Fifth, Daewoo bankruptcy prediction. Sixth, Sangyong bankruptcy prediction. Seventh, marriage avoidance policy and low birth rate prediction. A story from 30 years ago. If you get married, you get 100 million won. If you have a child, you get 30 million won. Korea is now facing a serious low birth rate, marriage avoidance, and great social chaos. Eighth, prophecy in 2021. Speaking during the presidential election. There are 200 Democratic Party members, so they can't do anything. The president is a former prosecutor, so he is past-oriented, and a person who digs up the past, so he is not future-oriented. So the future of the country is dark. The people are deceived into thinking that the country will be okay if the ruling and opposition parties change. The opposition party becomes the minority, so the president can't do anything. There is no point in changing the government. In Korea, the mayor of Seoul committed suicide and 2 political members are dying. This is not an ordinary thing. If things continue this way, President Yoon Suk-yeol will follow in the footsteps of President Park Geun-hye. The advanced law created by the National Assembly is an obstacle that blocks everything. Politicians should not be caught up in the work of dividing the left and right. Atom and Kyung are also 100 points compatible. Link Atom. Kyung is also connected to this universe. Link Universal. The Sky Palace is expected to make tremendous progress in the future. You absolutely cannot go to heaven with morality or systems. Only through Kyung's salvation, that is, linking, can you go to heaven. When Godman appears, you must change your world of consciousness, become wise, and learn about the Baekgung heaven.